Hey there. Live video. You know what this sort of reminds me of? Being at the kids' table at Thanksgiving. I'm telling you, you know, this, if YouTube continues on being the jerks they are, which I see no end of, because, I mean, they're just like government, right? I mean, Google, through their Silicon Valley connections, are so tied to the military and so tied to humongous government contracts and so forth. I mean, it is. They're turning into the fascist regime that we're all bitching about. So anyway, coming over to live video, who knows if it'll take off, but man, it's like being in the wilderness. Well, maybe that's the perfect thing, because all of us patriots are planning and preparing and storing our food and getting rid of our worldly attachments and consolidating, dreaming of a microeconomy, microcurrency, homesteading, and, you know, whatever else. Well, it's going to be pretty remote wherever all we end up. Just like live video. I mean, God, do a search on Ron Paul and you come up with, they don't even tell you how many videos that are come up with. I don't know. I'm not too familiar with the site yet. So we'll see how it all shakes out, but it seems like the perfect place for us all to hang out. I mean, since no one's really that interested in hearing the message about constitutional correctness and limited government, constitutional rights to the fruits of your labor, freedom of speech, all the Bill of Rights, and the basic intent to limit government and free speech zones. I'm telling you, YouTube sucks. They totally suck. And I truly detest them. So I don't really give a rat's ass. I am totally fed up. Limiting sharing videos to 100 on your list. You know, I signed up at approximately February of 2007, right about when Ron Paul started making his big splash on mainstream. I mean, I'd followed Ron Paul for years before. Don't get me wrong, I knew about him, but I didn't know about YouTube. So I knew about Ron Paul before I knew about YouTube, and I only got on YouTube because of Ron Paul. And I only stayed on there because of you guys. Well, you guys aren't here. I'm kind of talking to myself. Well, it's funny. I mean, you gotta laugh. It's just like, you know, being out in the woods, and few and far between are your neighbors going to be, you know. So what a riot, huh? I hope YouTube dies a very, I don't care how they die, whether it's slow and long and drawn out or whether it's really fast. But they've turned into a non-free speech zone, and they have limited political discourse. And you know what? It isn't coincidental that this limitation came on the heels of a lot of the major news breaking about Barack Obama being not qualified to run for president, not qualified to take the seat of office because he is not a natural-born citizen. And now that the courts are starting to pay attention and possibly, I don't know how many electoral college participants are paying attention, but there's at least 20 on board now. That's not a lot, but, you know, there's at least 20. And when this hits the fan, it's going to be humongous. It'll be huge. The 3 million that plan to be on the lawn of DC when the Obama inauguration takes place, if Obama doesn't get the presidency, triple that figure and put clubs and hatred into the mob. It's going to be mayhem. Hey, I'm not trying to predict bad things, but look, if 3 million were ready to show out in glory and glorify him, how many do you think will come out in anger that he didn't get it? And most of them won't have a clue as to why. They won't believe it. They won't tolerate it. And this is like the culmination of everything we've been doing for all these 12, 24, 36 months. Me, I've been at it 10 years. It is going to come down to neighbor fighting neighbor. It's going to come down to a fight between we the people and we the people. Because even though we're in the minority, the Constitution is supposed to protect us. But since the Constitution doesn't mean shit anymore, there is no protection for us. So when the mob wants to take the money, the last few pennies out of your pocket, or the last few potatoes out of your plot, and you fight them for it, I mean, I'm telling you, man, this is really getting ugly. And YouTube, you're a part of it. We put you on the political map. Just hearken back to the Google interviews of the candidates. Oh yes, we've never had as much crowds and as much popularity on Google ever since Ron Paul, or for anyone except for Ron Paul. And what about that other dweeb, Steve? He was a nobody, never heard of him. His Ron Paul video put him on the map. And now he has the audacity to, well, you know the audacity that he had. Anyway, who knows how this will shake out. But welcome to live video. Hope to hear from you. Within the next six weeks or maybe more. Maybe never. But that's okay. Because, you know, the same thing I'm prepared to accept for my everyday living, I'm prepared to accept for my short-lived and not so very spectacular video experiences. Loved every one of them. I did. I still do. And so maybe you'll come over here. Maybe not. Who knows? We'll see you around. Bye.